Welcome to a daily devotion. I am so glad that you've chosen to pause in the midst of your day to spend some time with God and have invited me along too. You know, one of the things that I love is that part of what being a part of the church is. It means that we do life together. You know, one of the very first young adult groups had the slogan, life happens. Because it does. Life happens. And the church is one of those places that you get to do life together. And one of the special ways that we do life together is by celebrating milestones. And I am so excited that there is a new milestone coming up. If you grew up in a church, and most of you probably have had this milestone at some point, it is graduation season, isn't it? Where commencement, where students are transitioning from one grade to another, from out of high school or from college or onwards. And these are big moments. And one of the things that we get to celebrate together, and it's because we get to do life together. So one of the things that when I grew up, when I graduated, was my church put together a scrapbook for me of my class of 2000. Yes, believe it or not, I am that old. But filled in it is letters and pictures of people and the way that I grew up with people and people who knew me for just a few years, others who knew me from before I was born. And they remind me of the community that I have, the community of people who love me and care for me, and the community of people who has helped form me and who is there for me during the transitions. You know, one of the ways at Florence that we do celebrate graduate recognition is we share pictures and tell stories, and we recognize all our graduates. And I love this Sunday because it reminds us that we are called to do life together. And in this way, we're being like those early Christians. You know, now this is probably pretty idealized, but this is how some of that early Christian community of believers was called, from Acts 2. The believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to the community, to their shared meals, and to their prayers. A sense of awe came over everyone. God performed many wonders and signs through the apostles. All the believers were united and shared everything. They would sell pieces of property and possessions and distribute the proceeds to everyone who needed them. Every day they met together in the temple and ate in their homes. They shared food with gladness and simplicity. They praised God and demonstrated God's goodness to everyone. The Lord added to the community daily those who were being saved. You know, while that is fairly an idealized understanding of community, and if you keep reading, you see there are some flaws in that community. They share many things. They do their life together. They shared meals. They spent time. And that's what it takes. It takes time to build community, to be a part of community, whether that's time of your whole life or time during your every week, or it's time forming communities of friends and neighbors, or making your friends giving, or whatever way you are forming community. Do life together with other people, because when you share in the simple things like meals, when you share time together, when you have memories, when you make memories, when you tell stories, that is when you are loving each other and you are being a part of community. So do life together. And if you look around and say, I'm missing that, come to Florence Christian Church. We can help be your community. It might take some time, but don't worry. We want to be one of the communities in your life that's loving you, loving your families, and is there to celebrate with you. So join us as we do life together, because life happens, and isn't it easier with some other people along the way? Have a blessed day.